Welcome to the research seminar of the social entrepreneurial intention, change by gender under the COVID-19 pandemic situation. This research seminar presentation is prepared by International Social Entrepreneurship Research Colloquium at the Kean University. This is Dr. Jerry Choi at the Kean University WENZHOU campus. I worked at Kean, New Jersey campus in 2014 and 2015, and I moved to WENZHOU campus in 2015 fall. Since then, I have been working for WENZHOU campus. Today, we will introduce the International Social Entrepreneurship Research Colloquium in Kean University system and why and what social entrepreneurship we are studying. We present our recent Academia Management Conference 2022 accepted research of the impact of the pandemic on the social entrepreneurial intention by gender. Then, we will have the question and answer session. First, we want to introduce the International Social Entrepreneurship Research Colloquium in Kean University system. The ISER Colloquium was established in fall 2019 to create a new knowledge of the social entrepreneurship within the Kean University system. 6 faculty members at the School of Management and Marketing at Kean USA and the WENZHOU Kean University jointly formed a research colloquium to address emerging international social entrepreneurship studies. Dr. Jerry Choi at the WENZHOU Kean University established the Center for Social Enterprise and the Charity Research Institute, and he suggested a research collaboration to Dr. Gi-Hwang Kim at the Kean USA. Dr. Bokyo Jung, Dr. Valerie Vaccaro at Kean USA joined the team. Dr. Rob Majorison and Dr. Soo-Kyung Lee at the WENZHOU Kean University joined the colloquium step by step. A social enterprise is an organization whose mission combines revenue growth and profit making with the need to respect and support its environment and the stakeholder network. Social entrepreneurship is an approach by startup companies and entrepreneurs who are engaging in creating and operating social enterprises in which they develop, fund, and implement solutions to social, cultural, or environmental issues. Why did we want to work on the social entrepreneurship study together as an important research theme? Doing the right thing is getting more crucial to maintaining an organization's survival and success through keeping reputation, attracting, retaining, and engaging key personnel, and cultivating loyalty among key stakeholders, especially the emerging ESG, environmental, social, and governance management demand a new knowledge of the social entrepreneurship. International investors, including Chinese investors, give a special attention in impact investment and the social enterprises recently. However, there are a few challenges to build the social enterprise ecosystem in China. Those challenges are lack of human capital, lack of governmental support, and lack of high-quality investees who can create and manage social enterprises and impact investment. New Jersey State and the Zhejiang Province have several common social geographical characteristics, which means they have common social and public issues that need to be addressed simultaneously. Collaborative effort between New Jersey and Zhejiang are necessary to solve those common social and public issues. For example, both cities have a harbor, airport, global warehouse for global supply chains with marginalized and underserved communities who lose their best talent to large megacities like New York and Shanghai. Collaborative effort between New Jersey and Zhejiang are necessary to solve those common social and public issues. An integrative effort among university, industry, government, which is defined as triple helix model in the perspective of the global collaboration is necessary to meet the need of the research and the education of the social entrepreneurship and the impact investment. Aligning with the Kean University's mission of the providing a high-quality education, knowledge creation, and outreach services, Kean USA and the WKU CBPM actively engage in local business development and the public talent development for public value creation through the creative community embedded research activities. ISER Colloquium for social entrepreneurship is to serve for the mission. ISER addresses several key social entrepreneurship inquiries that fill the knowledge gap or create a new knowledge domain. We have addressed and published a few number of the journal articles and the conference proceedings that covered impact of the morality and the positivity on social entrepreneurship, modeling the integrative approach to social entrepreneurial intention formulation. And we have a plan to extend our inquiries to impactful research such as ESG management, cultural comparative study, and agile management. COVID-19 have made a great impact on almost all social domains, including business. Social enterprises were not exception. However, little has known of the impact of the pandemic on the social entrepreneurship. So, ISER members worked together urgently to address that the demand of the new knowledge of the impact of COVID-19 on social entrepreneurship. This is the research of the ISER on the social entrepreneurial intention changed by gender under the COVID-19 pandemic situation. Underpinning several key definitions and assumptions, we can think the social entrepreneurship is an emerging concept in literature and practices as people use business strategies and techniques in entrepreneurial ways to address social challenges such as social exclusion, marginalization, segmentation, and isolation. The role of the social entrepreneurship has become particularly important during the COVID-19 pandemic in addressing critical social problems through rapid and innovative solutions, bridging ideas to products and services, and initiating social ventures to deliver solutions. We are experiencing an unprecedented pandemic situation since 2020 due to the COVID-19. The COVID-19 pandemic offered social entrepreneurs abundant opportunities to develop innovative approaches that replicate the best of what had worked before the crisis to meet new challenges through the scope of the research sharing and the collective actions that bring about the social changes. But the COVID-19 pandemic has not been thoroughly explored in the existing literature. This gap in the existing research may be attributed to little attention to the pandemic's dynamic role on the relationship among the social entrepreneurial intention, contextual factors, and the personal factors. This study has three research objectives. The first objective is to identify and understand the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on social entrepreneurial intention. The second goal is to investigate the gender differences in the pandemic's effect on the social entrepreneurial intention. The third purpose of this study is to explore the mediating effect of the positivity on the relationship between environmental factors and the social entrepreneurial intention before and during the COVID-19 pandemic situation by gender. According to the social psychology, human behavior can be explained by environment and the person when we consider them at the same time. Underpinning this Kurt Lewis field theory, Albert Bandura suggested the social cognitive theory that explained the human behavior, person, and the environment to mutually affect one another. In short, human behavior, including social entrepreneurial behavior, may vary by changes in intentions through the continuous interactions with personal and environmental factors. Basing on the human behavioral intention theories, we formulated the three hypotheses. First, we hypothesized that there are differences in social entrepreneurial intention and its predictor variables between and during the COVID-19 pandemic situation by gender. Second, we hypothesized that there are differences in the effect of the predictor variables on social entrepreneurial intention before and during the pandemic by gender. Third, we hypothesized that psychological capital mediate the relationship between the environmental factors and the social entrepreneurial intention, regardless of the COVID-19 pandemic situation and the gender differences. A quantitative survey method was administered to collect data from the target population. This study purposefully chose the WENZHOU Kean University CBPM's graduating senior population because those students were subjected to a critical career decision that is compatible with the critical event theory. In spring 2019, before the COVID-19, and in spring 2021, during the COVID-19 situation, we distributed paper surveys to all fourth-year College of Business students and returned them back. 4 data groups were mined and categorized for further analysis. Social entrepreneurial intentions, environmental factors, and the positive psychological capital constructed this measurement model. And each observed variables and the latent variables were validated its reliability and validity. CFA result indicated that the second-order measurement model showed sufficient validity and model fit level. Descriptive statistics result indicated the data showed satisfactory measurement reliability, and the strong associations among the variables shed light on the further correlational investigations. Hypothesis 1 is partially supported. Social entrepreneurial intention had no significant difference before and during the pandemic by gender, according to the ANOVA test. However, several predictor variables show the differences before and during the pandemic when we consider the gender differences, particularly social norm, self-efficacy, and hope showed a significant difference. Hypothesis 2 is supported from multiple regression analysis. The effect of the environmental factor showed gender differences by pandemic situation. But personal factor affected social entrepreneurial intention regardless of the situation or gender. In more detail, regression analysis result indicated effectual differences by COVID-19 situation and gender. It is noteworthy that the hope variable showed a consistent effect on the social entrepreneurial intention regardless of gender, the pandemic situation and the gender. Hypothesis 3 is supported from the structural equation modeling analysis. The positivity of the positive psychological capital fully mediates the relationship between the environmental factors and the social entrepreneurial intention. Psychological safety was not included in the analysis because of the poor factor loading. Hypothesis 3 is supported even when we consider the pandemic situation and the gender differences. The mediation effect of the psychological capital was universally observed regardless of the pandemic situation and the gender differences. From our key findings, we propose 4 research suggestions. First, we need to consider gender differences of the COVID-19 effect. Second, we need to place personal factors as a mediation variable between the contextual factors and the social entrepreneurial measures. Third, we need to give more attention to the universally impactful key variables on the social entrepreneurial intention, such as whole variable. Fourth, we propose developing gender-sensitive training programs and the courses in the field of the social entrepreneurship. This study could not fully exclude the risk of the limitation. We had a limited agreement over the measurement and the definition of the environmental factors of the social entrepreneurship. Second, the survey participants probably had a different cultural understandings of the question items. Third, this study used a self-reporting data, which is not fully exclude the risk of the common method bias. Finally, using the student sample to address that the proposed research questions would not fully representing the social entrepreneurial intention because of the relatively lower career commitment. This study shed light on the new pedagogical and the practical approach in social entrepreneurship training and development. If you have a question, please feel free to let us know. Thank you.